Good evening, people. Today is February the 3rd. I hope everybody, thank you for the heart, sweetie, or whoever. Hello, what was it? It started snowing again. They said we was supposed to get about an inch of snow, but I don't know what we got. And I put maybe a pound or two of bird seed in the bird feeder since it was empty for about a day. It did take the birds maybe a half hour, I think, egg off, and they ate, I guess, about an inch of bird seed today. All the kitty cats got fed, inside and outside. Then my son, we went, checked the mail, this and that, paid my electric bill, buck. I spent about $71 at Tractor Supply in Salisbury, Indiana. Hello, Nate. Nate, how you doing? Welcome. Hello, Clayton. And I know some people named, I think, Rolla. No, it was Rowe. Hello, Henry. Well, people, I don't know if you've seen on the news. I know I get jumped on when I talk about these people. It's ICE. As you saw maybe on the news last night or day before, that the father and son, who was an American citizen, got released from ICE holding place. That's one thing, it's good news. And if you see people, I'm a Cherokee, I got Cherokee blood. I don't know what it got in the bird seed. I know it got sunflowers and all kinds of stuff in it. It's that what they call wild bird feed. Since I got Cherokee in me, and you all saw it on the news, what's that? Navajo Indians? I don't know what state the Navajo Indian is. ICE agent went on the Navajo reservation and stopped this lady. She was in, I'm going to say, a gray or silver pickup truck. They asked her the ID and her citizen's paper, and she was born on the reservation. She flat told those ICE agents, "You the one that's illegal." There's a couple of other Indian tribes that ICE is trespassing on. You all that's Indian, you know what I'm talking about. And also, as I saw on the TV news, that Congress, Congress of the United States, they want to inspect where they taken or supposedly illegal people. And a federal judge gave him a warrant to inspect those holdover places of ICE. I said no. I think it's a lady that's in charge of Homeland Security or whatever her name is that Mr. Trump appointed her. So don't let them in. Remember, people, this is a federal judge that issued a search warrant for Congress to inspect those ICE holdover places. I've told you all, where is the African American people in this protest? Well, I saw on the local news here where I live, about 50 to 100 miles away, which it puts that in the state capital, Indianapolis, Indiana. That shows, hello, Aiden. Yes, I am. I believe in God. I believe in our Constitution. I took an oath as a veteran to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, like a whole lot of people have. All police officers, city, county, state, and federal, Secret Service, which is federal, FBI is federal, ICE is federal, border agents is federal. They took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. In case you all haven't heard, as I've heard today, that anybody who speaks out, thank you for subscribing, that speaks out against ICE is considered as a terrorist. I guess now on the terrorist watch list. But let's get back to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's about 50 to 100 miles north of me, give or take a little. That I saw in the protest with ICE that there was African American people in the protest. That's the first one I've seen. Thank you all in Indianapolis, Indiana. God bless you. But anybody who speaks out against ICE, the way I've seen on TV, is we on the terrorist watch list because we speaking out against our government. You younger people, if they still teach it in school, in history or civics, whatever they call it now, you can look it up on the internet. Adolf Hitler, he's a guy with a little black mustache, a German, a dictator, that he uh, put Jews in concentration camps, cremated them, murdered them, and the soldiers killed them, killed Jews. And just think, people, Trump is like Adolf Hitler. I'm not saying because I'm a Democrat. I'm 50-50. I'm 50% Democrat and 50% Republican. That those ICE agents It's like Adolf Hitler's soldiers killing citizens. And I keep telling y'all, where's the body cam footage on those ICE agents when they killed those people? It's especially a nurse. You all seen the videos just like I did. The ICE agent pushed one person. Then ICE agent pushed another person. That veteran nurse went over to help him. They shot him in cold blood. Hello, Yoakum. Yes, I got my socks on. You know, you all know police officers. When you seen police chases, live police videos, you preserve the evidence. When it involves a police shooting, just like over in Louisville, Kentucky, which is about 27 miles south of me, and the detectives takes the gun from the police officer, writes the serial number down, the police officer's name. That's what they do in involvement in a police shooting. They take everybody's gun, they take the serial number, the police officer's name. My question to you good people here on YouTube, why didn't our government take those police, ICE agents' guns, the serial number, their name, and all that? And I keep telling you, where is the ICE agents' body cameras? You know, I'm not a terrorist. I don't like what's going on. I remember history class what Adolf Hitler, the dictator, did with the Jews. Cremated them, murdered them, had his soldiers shoot them just like the ICE agent. The ICE agent is just like Adolf Hitler's soldiers. And you seen on the news just like I did. People, your son or daughter might marry a foreigner, maybe from Mexico or Italy or Africa or some country. They arrested that soldier's wife. They've been married over 8 years. That could be your daughter-in-law or your son-in-law. I know you all probably getting mad at me. What makes me mad, people? How many of you are Indian, Sioux, Cherokee, and all these others? You seen on the news like I have. They went on the reservation and they asked this Indian for her papers. Legally, the way I understand, they can't go on the reservation. They got to talk to the tribal council. I could be wrong, but if any full-blooded Indian that lives on the reservation, and it's not Sioux, Dakota, or Saxon, Cherokee, I forget what tribe it was. They broke the law. ICE agents broke the law. I don't agree with it. People, that's my right as a citizen of the United States of America. Hello, Jessica. Welcome. I hope you had a good day today. I hope you learned quite a bit. Well, you go to school, Jessica. Do they teach history or what's the other term? It's since that's been over 50 years since I've been in school. Civics, and I don't know if they teach about Adolf Hitler. He's a little guy with the little black mustache. You probably seen stuff like that on TV. Where social studies. Okay, see, you know, I forgot about social studies and what Adolf Hitler did. They call it, I think, the Holocaust. They killed the Jews. They put them in concentration camps. They, the soldiers under Adolf Hitler, killed people. You know, just like ICE is doing. And since you just got on here, I don't know if you know where Indianapolis, Indiana is, which it's the capital of Indiana. And they had a protest a couple of days ago for what I saw on the news last night, so it was either yesterday or sometime in the last week. I keep asking, where's the African American people in these ICE protests? And I about fell over that I saw African American people in that protest in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I appreciate anybody. It's your rights because your young generation, you're our future. You're our future. Your future. Your kids' future. Your grandkids' future. And I know you younger people is awful smart, very smart. You smarter than me. You know, I'm 71 plus years old. I've forgot things. The older you get, you forget. And I appreciate your younger generation because you got to protect your mother, your grandparents, and maybe if you got great grandparents that's still alive, you got to help them out because you all the future of your children, your grandkids, your great grandkids. You're their future. You know, I had a good history teacher or social study teacher, whatever you want to call it. He was an army person. The first day of class, when we got to his class, he said, when you come tomorrow, leave your books in your locker. Bring paper and pencils because you're going to take notes. And your notes will be your test. The girls didn't like it, but since he was a soldier and a veteran, I learned a lot in his history class. social studies or civics, whatever you want to call it. I forgot about social studies. And he showed slides. He showed videos of when he was in the war. I got more out of that than I did out of any social studies books. And I think also you learn in social studies about the Constitution of the United States. If I remember people, I'm 71 plus years old. I can't remember that far back. That I believe we studied the Constitution, which I forgot a lot about our Constitution. But I remember going into the service in the summer of 1970. Went to Paris Island, had a sergeant, Sergeant K. Wood, African American. He was a good sergeant. The United States Marine Corps, the Marines. I went to boot camp at Paris Island. I think the other one was in California, San Diego, I think. Sergeant K. Wood, the African American sergeant, yes, they did. They had it. They had it. Back in the 70s, you know, white people didn't like African American people. But people, I am glad that I went to Charlestown, Indiana High School. I know some schools back in those days, they still got African American people in the service today. They got Mexican, Puerto Rican, which is U.S. citizens in the service. But I can't understand people. Why do I only remember Sergeant K. Wood? I can't remember why I only remember him. The only thing I can remember when I remember the night when Sergeant K. Wood worked the night shift that we laid in bed at attention and we sing a song for him. And the next night I had a white DI. We sing that song in bed at attention. And that white DI said, don't sing that in Sergeant. He used the N word. To me, that was racism. Let's get back to Charlestown, Indiana school. Well, we all drank out of the same water fountain. We used the same bathroom. We took PE class, gym class together. Hello, RM. How you doing? And which I haven't said. I was getting ready to RM because I appreciate people, all the nurses we got here on this planet. Canada, United States, Europe, everywhere. They work hard. Next time you're in the hospital or you go visit somebody in a hospital, that you thank a nurse for their service. Because it takes a very special person. I'm not saying because you're on here, RM. I do it in all of my videos. I give credit where it's due. Oh, you're in trauma tonight? People, you know nurses that works in a hospital. It takes a very special person to be a nurse. I can't remember the song that it goes. It's been over 50 years ago. It was in 1970. And it takes a very special person to work in ER, 709, in the ER, trauma, ICU, burn unit, all this. It takes a very special person to do that kind of work. And them nurses, even female and male nurses, they would like you to thank them for their service. 709 can tell you I say it in all my videos. I tell you at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end before I get off. Thank a nurse for their service. I tell you something else I found out. You know, you go to the hospital, you think you're going to get to sleep all day and all night, then the nurses wakes you up. Except if you're in a coma, I don't think they do wake you up. But the reason them nurses wakes you up when they take your blood pressure, that where they won't get smacked. That's why they wake you up. I know some people gets mad. They sleeping or having a good old dream about something that where they won't get smacked. But when I had my heart attack, people, that's when I found out why they woke you up, unless you're in a coma. I asked him, I said, why do you pick, wake people up when you take their blood pressure? All the nurses said, we wake you up because we don't want to get abused or get hit or anything like that. I could see the nurses thing. Even the doctors even wake you up unless you're in a coma. And and I try to educate. I don't. I don't. Yeah, I know they try to wake you up. You know, and people about I'm 71 plus years old. That I know it. Thank you for the hearts, people. That If you sit down with a person who's in a coma, talk to them. Talk to them just like if they was awake, where they will hear your voice. You know, if they got a cat or a dog or some kind of pet, maybe you can sneak him into the hospital, maybe get permission. That's what we did with my dad. We brought his kitty cat in. Her name was Pumpkin. But when Dad died in April of '94, and about a week later, his cat Pumpkin passed away. She was heartbroken. She was heartbroken because Dad always said on Sunday after we get done eating Sunday dinner, Dad would say, "Come on, Pumpkin, let's go take a kitty cat nap." Dad would go in the bedroom and Pumpkin would get in there and jump on the bed. That was his cat because Mom had hers, but Pumpkin was Dad's cat. And today I still miss my dad and my mom. And what snow? Oh, I guess I'm offline. I guess. Hello? Can you hear me? Check my email. See if I'm still on here. I guess nobody's coming back to me. Man, I hate it. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. It's just one of these days. I see there's three people in here. Thank you all. And I appreciate you all putting up with this old man of 71 plus years. And I appreciate you all. You're all the closest thing I got to a family. And like I say, I paid all my bills, went about 60 some odd miles today, and went to the JC store, Walmart, paid my water bill, paid my electric bill, all this. I about fell over on my water bill. My water bill is usually between $14 and $18. Well, when I paid my water bill today, family, it was $21.62. Well, I've been taking a bath every night, and I'm going to have to cut that out. So I guess I go to maybe 1 or 2 days a week taking my bath. And the reason I take a bath every night because my back is hurt. And that's why I do it. But since my water bill went up about $4, see, $4.61. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. But I was sitting here the other night, or maybe last week. It felt like I heard a tree limb fall down to the ground. I look out in front, looked over that way, I looked this way, but I didn't look out in back of the house. Yeah, the inside kitty cat gets water. The outside cat, it freezes up with because the temperature been below 32. They used to get milk in the morning time and at supper time, but the milk freezes. So they only get a little bit of milk in the morning time. They all drink it before it gets cold. It's warm milk. But the inside cats, they get their milk all the time. But like I say, people, I'm wore out. You know, my son is wore out. That old grandson, Jacob, how you doing tonight? I hope you got all the wood in the house to get you through the night. I'm doing okay, but I'm kind of tired. Because today was paying bill day. Go out and pay the bills, do a little grocery shopping, and all this. So I'm wore out. I'll probably sleep like a baby tonight. Oh, that's cute, Jacob. It's cute. You know, I like doggies, but I don't think my kitty cat could get along with a puppy. You know, kitty cats, you can train them to use a kitty cat box. A doggy or puppy, you will have to get up. and take it outside to use the bathroom. It's too cotton picking cold to go outside. You know, if my yard was fenced in, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind having a dog because he or she can protect the kitty cats. And people, I spent $71 today at Tractor Supply. I got 2 bags of cat food, what they call multiple cats. To go, you know, the, the lady that lives in the first house, I guess her husband knew that he was going to die. Some of us old people knows what got her took it for the snow and got cold, took the dog to the beauty shop or the groomer, whatever you call it, and got it a haircut. But I'm still fussing about Clark County. Well, it's up around about 17, 20 degrees outside right now. But it's cold to me, people. It's cold. I still got what they call snow on the roof. Not my roof, but the car roof, you know. And it began to disappear. I'm going to have to take a broom, go out and push the snow off of the roof of my car. Because I hate for the snow to blow off. No, not that I know of. I like to keep my hair short. This is like a haircut that you get when you go to boot camp. With Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, this is the kind of haircut you get like this. Except the girls, they don't get a haircut like us men does in the service. I think it's wrong. Women should get a haircut just like us men do. And people right now on TV, I got the TV, you know, plus by keeping it short like this, people, it saves your money on shampoo. Look at those good looking foxy ladies. They got long hair. That means more money to buy a shampoo. Because that takes a whole lot of shampoo if they got long hair past their shoulders. It, that's a whole lot of money, but you love your ladies. And when I'm watching on TV, Sanford and Son. Red Fox and Lamont. I like watching Red Fox. I grew up listening to Red Fox, known as Fred, on Sanford and Son, with cassettes. Eight tracks. It was 8 tracks, then cassettes, then CDs, and all this. And Red Fox, it's either his mom or his dad. I can't remember which one is white. Maybe if his mom was white and his dad was black, or maybe mom was, you know, one of them was white. And but Red Fox in his audio, it's kind of rated X. But you gotta like old Red Fox, known as Fred Sanford. And I like watching Sanford and Son. I can't answer that. I've dated a few African American girls in my lifetime. They're good cooks. I've never dated a Mexican lady. And, well, ah, well, butter toast, I don't know why. Maybe they like to keep clean. I don't know. What butter toast? They go, well, what? What's your question? When I'm laying down, I'm about feet away from my screen. VJ, but I like to keep clean. Cause when I was young, I always had to take a bath or shower. There's places, if you're homeless, there is a place you can go and take a shower. There's homeless shelters that you can go to and take a shower. But I've never dated a Mexican lady. I have dated a few African American ladies. And, you know, I don't know who's the best, but I want to know that lady. I don't know if it's Homeland Security or who's ever in charge of ICE and the Border Patrol. Why does she tell them not to let Congress in? I will, grandson. You take it easy, Jacob. Is why won't ICE agent let our Congress people in? to those detention centers when they got a warrant from a federal judge. You don't, if you got a warrant, you gotta let them in. It was on the news that I saw. It's not on YouTube, TikTok, X, or wherever. It was on the news. And they had a warrant. Congress had a warrant to go to the ICE detention centers to check on those people in the detention centers. You know, they want to check on those people in detention. There have been over 16 people in detention that had been murdered by ICE agents. It's not all Democrats, people. It's Republicans and Democrats. You can't say because it's politics. I decided to talk about because it was on TV. I know it makes me mad. You know, I love Trump, but right now, if they had an election tomorrow, I couldn't vote for Trump. There's no way I could vote for Trump because his ICE agent is murdering people in cold blood. Even the presidents and your Congress, vice president, they take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. ICE agents ain't upholding the Constitution of the United States. I'm right now, people. I believe I'm on the terrorist watch list. What they said, anybody who speaks out against ICE agents, they got a list, and we are classified as terrorists. We're just speaking our mind. We don't agree with you. No, he's not. Not when he's violating the Constitution without search warrants, the right to lawyers. You just can't walk to anybody's house without a warrant. The US Supreme Court says you need a warrant. How dumb is your people getting out there? Trump is beginning to be like Adolf Hitler, a dictator. ICE is the German soldiers that Adolf Hitler is, killing people. You don't break the Constitution of the United States. You don't break the Constitution, people. I don't care if you're a cop or who you are. You do not have the right to break the Constitution of the United States. You know, you have to follow the Constitution. Like I said, people, all police officers, city, county, state, and federal, they take an oath. Even the president, vice president, your Congress, your senators, and veterans. Well, my Trump has. Even Trump was mentioned in the Epstein file. No, but people, you seen those papers. of emptying. And why is our government taking a black marker and marking things out of it where we can't see? What are they hiding? Ask yourself, people, why are they taking black markers and marking things out of that paperwork? Who's on it that they marking out? Who's the VIP? Just think about it. Common sense. Common sense. I had to look and see how long I've been on here. Because I ain't going over my time limit tonight. Ask yourself, people, where is ICE agents' body cameras? All we seen was people with cell phones. Where is the body cam footage of those ICE agents? Because they don't want us to know that those ICE agents committed cold-blooded murder. I have not seen him put out one ICE agent body cameras. I haven't seen one. Have you all seen any? I haven't seen any body cam footage um, being released. Hello there. Thank you for joining me tonight. Candor, I'm going to say Candor. I tell you something. It's funny. I tell you my name on here. It's Tom Cartwright. And Egg Loaf or anybody else. That's probably true, 709. Like 709. Your real name. I don't want to know your real name. How many people with your first and last name that lives in Canada? Anybody in the United States? How many people has the same name as you? About 2 o'clock this morning, 2 a.m. in that time frame, I was sleeping like a baby. And my son got up to go to the bathroom. He heard my name on the police radio at 2 o'clock. I don't get out at nighttime. I stay in the house when it's dark. Well, summertime, I be sitting out in the chair, at 9 o'clock at night. It's still light outside, but I don't get out at nighttime. I don't drive at nighttime. And I keep hearing my name quite a bit on the police radio. You ever deal with the mind goblin? Yeah, yes. And I keep hearing my own name, and I'm sitting here. After the son got out of the bathroom, he looked. I was laying in bed, sound asleep. But whoever this idiot with the same name as me that lives in Clark County got a pickup truck. You won't find a pickup truck in my driveway. People, there's probably in the state of Indiana at least 100 people with the same name as me. But that's the first one I've heard where I live. Well, my son got the same name because he's a junior. But I bet when they ran his name before they gave him the DOB or Social Security number, He's probably ready to kill those cops. I get, no wonder I get in trouble so much. 709 at least once a week or every 2 weeks. I keep hearing my name. I don't know what kind of person this person is. I got a feeling he's a troublemaker. And like I say, I've heard my name during the day when I'm awake. So, heck, it ain't me 'cause I'm here on the bed watching TV. Then I see a cop drive on the main road out there, I guess checking to see if I was home. I don't know. But I'm trying to keep my nose clean, trying to stay out of trouble. But when you got over 100 people in the state of Indiana, I haven't checked with Kentucky yet how many people with the same name as me. But it's weird when you hear your own name and you're driving a pickup truck. You tell me where is my pickup truck? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, people. I've been on here an hour and 4 minutes. So I gotta get off of here. 709, my moderators, thank you. And I always says at the end of my video, you all know nurses that works in the hospital. Please thank them for their service. Thank the nurses for their service. They don't get that enough from us people. It takes a very special person to be a nurse that works in the hospital, a nursing home, or maybe a doctor's office. I told my nurse that the last time I went to the doctor was in December after my birthday. And she about fell over. She didn't expect that. And she's a very good looking young lady. That's what, have you checked 709, the rest of Canada, the other province of Canada? you know, I just hope the other person with my name ain't a troublemaker. You know, I'm just hoping. I don't give shout outs to people that I don't know. And moderator, you can explain to me in a text. I'm sorry, but I don't do it that much. I always said happy birthday to everybody and happy anniversary. That's all I say. You know, so I think I know what he's talking about. The moderators who got my phone number can text me. Because if that's what I'm thinking it is, I don't want it on my YouTube channel. People, I try to keep my YouTube channel PG. No sexual harassment, no hate crimes, no arguing, no talking about lemonade or certain numbers or women parts, gay stuff. There's people on here, it sits in the background. And it's younger than me. Some of them's 18 to 20 years old that knows the terms better than me. Thank you for the hearts. Because I have kids on here with their parents sitting in the background watching. Because under YouTube rules, the kids have to have their parents or their guardian there with them. That I don't mind. Because I've been on here doing live streams over a year. And they know I try to have a clean YouTube channel while other people cusses and this and that. I don't allow it on my YouTube channel. And sometimes YouTube will delete some comments or hold it for a review. And, it takes me longer to get watch hours and subscriber because the way I run my YouTube channel. Because this is what God wants me to do. God wants me to treat you all people here, my YouTube family, all equal. Treat you with respect. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to treat you with respect. That's what your mom and dad has taught you all. Respect people. You will get more in return if you're nice to people. I think I know who's sending the hearts. And if that's who I think it is, thank you. And that's what I try to do. I'm earning my way on YouTube. If I could do like other YouTubes, I have my 3,000 watch hours. I would have over 3,000 subscribers, but I want to earn it because that's what God wants me to do. Earn my way and try to help you people to do right. And some of you don't care. You're going to do what you're going to do anyway, end up in jail or prison or dead. I'm trying to help you out to survive and live a long and prosperous life. Be a daddy or a mommy, grandma, grandpa, great grandma, great grandpa. I want you all to survive a long time because you are God's children. That's what He wants you to do is survive. And people, I tell you, when I was young, I wasn't perfect. I was a hot water raiser, you know, and God helped me change to be a good person. Hello, Lucy. Shy boy. Hello. That's how come I want to help you all out. Boy, Bush, boy, you got a whole lot of subscribers. I just subscribed to you. I know you don't need subscribers, but I like helping people out. You know, hey, Lord's champion, can you help me? I'm looking at your YouTube channel, Lord's mobile content, short videos, live stream, community engagement, and but where's your video? Where's your video, Lord Champion? Now, get some videos on your YouTube channel. Don't delete because you think they suck. I got faith in you because you've been on here, you know, I think over a year. Let's see how long. Let me see how long you've been on. You almost been on here a year. Hello, creepy Indian guy. How come you ain't don't have any videos? People, that's all I do all day and all night when I'm not taking kitty cat naps. I watch videos. And I got faith in you people like God does. If you believe in God, if you don't, that's okay. Do videos. Lord Champion, put the videos back up if you still got them. Because I know your videos has to be better. I say Lord Champion loves to play games. And I like watching people's videos that plays games. I try to watch them, see if I could play any games like it? Is it too complicated? Or is it easy? Or is it hard? I like watching videos. And I've said you're going to have to go back in my videos, people, where ICE is going on the Indian reservation. I'm Cherokee. I got Cherokee blood in me. What was it? The Dakota Reservation or one of those Indian reservations? This has been going on the past month. The ICE agent is going on Indian land asking for their papers. How stupid are you, idiot? It's an Indian reservation. You cannot go on the Indian reservation. You got to talk to the tribal council. I believe I'm right. But I know ICE got a job to do. But when they're shooting people in cold blood, that's wrong. And to me, Trump is just like Adolf Hitler, a dictator. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you all learn in history, civics, social studies. I want to thank Jessica for reminding me. I forgot all about. I thought it was history, but it's social studies. She's right, 100%. And Adolf Hitler, he's the guy with the little mustache. If you see Hogan Heroes, you know who I'm talking about. What Adolf Hitler did in the concentration camps on the Jews, cremated the Jews, had his soldiers murder people, just like ICE is doing. ICE agent is like those German soldiers. I know some people is going to disagree with me. That you're right. But what happens if one of your family members who is in the armed forces marries somebody from another country? Just think about it. ICE agent can rescue either son-in-law or daughter-in-law because they're from another country. Just think about it, people. It will happen to you. If you got a son or a daughter that married somebody from another country, just watch out. You're going to say, well, Tom told me it would happen. Like when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I'm right. And I'm just being honest with you. That's what God wants me to do, is be honest with you. And I want to say hi to Austin Garrett and Justin Retro TV. Those two great people that hasn't been on my YouTube channel, but they do watch them. Watch my videos. I watch their videos. And that one person, It's on one person's video. I can't say what I want to do. He's guilty 100%. But how are you, foxy lady? You know, but I'm earning my way. Oh, ice cubes. Yeah, I say they're ice cubes. They're gonna be a melted ice cube. I know they got a job to do, people. I agree with you. They got a job to do. But they need to do it legal. Yeah, I saw that video. I had to laugh. And people, please watch your comments. Don't talk about your rear end or anything. Try to keep it PG. Try to keep it PG. You know, that like I've told you, I have kids on here that got their parents or the guardian sitting right there with them. Now, this is your first time. That's why I guess he, your message got deleted. And, you know, I know different people run their YouTube channel different. But, you know, if I run my YouTube channel like everybody else, I'll probably have my 3,000 watch hours and all this if I run it like everybody else. You got some people who cuss on it, this and that, tell lies. That's not me, but I do watch them. But that's their YouTube channel. That's okay. That's okay. You're welcome back anytime, Dickerson Music Incorporated. That's okay. But I got other old people on here. But us old people, I'm 71 plus years old. I got nothing to do. I'm bored. You all are the closest thing I got to a real family. No matter my son's in the other bedroom. Even my real family won't call me or drop by or anything. They won't do that. Even some of my kids won't call up and check on me. That's okay. But God will take care of the people. The Wolverines. I like Plunk Turn. Since you brought that up, the Wolverines. What is the movie called? Was it Red Dawn? Where the Russia came over and invade. It was up to the kids to save the people. The Wolf. I remember the Wolverines. in that movie. I think it was Red Dawn. Was who was it? Patrick Swayze, I believe. I wish they'd show that movie again because I like watching it. I like to watch old movies. People get to thinking. They made movies. I know it's not real, but that could happen like Red Dawn with the Wolverine, where Russia came and invaded the United States. The first place they raided in the movie was the government centers. Why did they raid those government centers? Because here in the United States, we have to register our guns. By them going to the government places, they knew where every weapon was, every gun shop, every pawn shop. That's how come I don't think we should. But movies like that could happen in real life. It don't have to be the Russians. It could be the Germans or the Japanese. It could be anybody can invade the United States or any country. Just think about it. That could really happen. Hello, Alex. And people, send your love out to everybody. We need more love and not war or hate or racism. We all need more love, no hate, no killing each other, no matter what country you live in. That's good. I wish I learned how to play a guitar when I was younger. What I know now, you people don't think about it when you're young. When you get old, you look back when you were young. I wish I learned how to play a guitar, but it wasn't my thing when I was young. I would love to sit here and play you some songs. That'll help me get my watch hours up. But I never did learn how to play. I look it up later. You know, if I don't write anything down, I don't remember anything. If I see something on the TV news, I write it down where I can talk about it. Let's see. Did I take my medicine today? Let's see. That's one thing I can't. Lord of mercy. That's too much money. I like to have either a side by side. I guess a side by side would be better because you can be enclosed. You can have a You can be enclosed. You can have a heater in it and a snow blade on it. And if I wish I had the money to buy a side by side with a snow blade. Then I don't have to worry about the stupid Clark County give me the. That's good, but When I was talking about a side by side there, Leon, I live out in the country. I live out in the country. Yeah, don't give up on your dream, Leon. Don't give up on your dreams. I've seen people younger than you playing get. No, I live in Indiana. I live in Indiana, about 27 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky. Like right on the Kentucky border, about 27 miles north of the Kentucky border, on on I-65. And 'cause they said well, I pulled my car in, it's the driveway. And other ones, I wouldn't say a driveway 'cause you can't park in it. I call it a road. I have went down to Clark County Courthouse back in 2018. I've never found out if it been closed, vacated, or abandoned. And the idiot at the Clark County Road Department said it was abandoned in 1981. How come I didn't find it at the courthouse? They've been cleaning this road off for years. But thanks to the Republicans here in Clark County, Indiana, who is crooked as you know what, they keep giving me the go around. I call the engineer. I forget what the a-hole name is. He don't know his hole from his rear end. Because the state of Indiana NDOT keeps better records than Clark County. They said this road is still owned by Clark County. Well, I feel sorry for you. If you, like I said, you're welcome back anytime. I will listen to you. You're young enough that you can get in trouble if you get around the wrong people. Your dad and mom has taught you from right and wrong. You people who's girls and boys, just remember your dad and your mom was young like you at one time. Your mom and dad was 13 years old at one time. They know every trick in the book. Girls, your mom knows every trick in the book about boys, what they were trying to do. They know, when I was in school, Leon, since you mentioned Valentine's Day, I don't know if they do that in elementary school anymore. We used to exchange Valentine's card in elementary school. I don't think we done that in junior high. We might got our teachers a Valentine's card or something for Valentine's Day. But I don't know if our school system allow Valentine's cards anymore in elementary school. But I miss those days. Thank you for the hearts. And Now that's good. You get make sure, Leon, make sure she's not allergic to chocolate or anything like that. If you get her a bunch of candy, I know you had a little box. I'm going to say not as big as this, maybe half of that. You have those candy hearts, and they had writing on the candy heart. I don't know if they make them anymore, but make sure she's not allergic to chocolate or anything like that. You know, because some people, I haven't seen any at the dollar store where I live. Oh, that's right. That only comes out on Valentine's Day. Next time I'm going out will be Saturday. It'll be Saturday is the next time I'm leaving the house. I like to get me those little boxes of candy hearts. I can't even use food stamps to buy them. And I'm not a kid, state of Indiana. Indiana's trying to tell me how to eat. Okay, thank you there, Leon. Make sure you do your schoolwork. And I don't know if it snows. Hello, ASALSAVEGHI 9405. Hi, my friend. Thank you for coming. And do the best you can, Leon. Don't never give up on your dreams. Don't never give up on your dreams. You might want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a musician, or you be famous like Elvis Presley or the Beatles, Conway Twitty. You'll be famous. Don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Follow your dreams. Do what your parents tell you. You might not like it, and but you learn from your mistakes. I know you're young. You might also want to put your faith in the God. You can play church music. Thank you for the hearts. Play church music. And you might not believe in God, and God will help you out when you need Him. There's billions of people on the earth. God is only one person. If you go back to my videos last week, last Thursday or Friday, maybe Saturday of last week, I've been snowbound for 2 cotton picking weeks. You know, if I get over 4 inches of snow, I can't get out of my driveway.